Hi guys, happy Tuesday. I hope that everybody had a great 3-day weekend. This week we're going to be digging into comparing numbers. Now comparing numbers is still part of our place value unit. So today we're going to be learning the symbols, and we're also going to be generating numbers that are greater than a given number. So in our notebooks today, we're going to be, yours is not going to look like mine. This is just my little chart for you. We're going to be drawing our symbols in and saying what they represent. Now, the title of my little chart right here says we are symbols, not alligators. Now, these symbols, you might have heard them been called alligators before, but they don't like to be called that, guys. They have a name, and I'm gonna tell you each name. So, the first symbol that you see is your less than symbol. Then you have your equal to symbol. Then you have your greater than symbol. So this is just a quick little peek of what we're gonna dive into, and all right, let's go ahead. Let's open up to our table of contents. So this one is still part of, like I said, our place value unit, and we are going to title this one Comparing Numbers Symbols. And this is part of chapter 1. And we're going to turn to our next available page, which is after how we set up our notebook for a quiz or a test. We're going to title this page Comparing Symbols. This is still chapter 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to use a marker, and you can too. Remember, at any point of the video, you can pause so that you can get this information down. So one of the first symbols that we're going to start with our less than symbol. Now, we read this just like we read a book. We read from left to right, and I'm going to start like this. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick in just a second on how Ms. Medina remembers how to put the symbol. So, you see that I have 3 points right there. I'll call them points. So what you're going to do is, for the greater number, the greater side, where the greater number goes, I'm going to put 2 dots right there so that I know if those 2 dots are closer to a number, that means that it's greater. Now, why I say that is because the less is going to get 1 dot. So, if it's a greater number, it gets 2 because 2 is greater than 1. And this is our less than symbol. Okay, now, if you notice, I put it kind of to the side because I'm going to draw, let me move the camera up. I'm going to draw kind of like a little chart, because I'm going to show you how we use the symbols. So here's my less than symbol. I know that it's less than because we read it like a book, so something is less than another number. Now, our next symbol is our greater than symbol. Our greater than symbol. Same thing here, the 2 dots, and then the 1, and this is greater than. And then lastly, we have our equal to. Now, equal to, if we remember, equal means that they are the same number. One is not less or more. So they both get 2 dots on each side. And this is equal to. Now I'm going to show you how we use the symbols. So going back up, I'm going to go up here to my less than sign, my less than symbol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 numbers. So I'm going to start with the number 54. Then I'm going to draw a circle here. The circle is not there for fun. It's there because that's where we're going to put the symbol inside of 54. And I'm going to do the number 73. Now, when we compare numbers, just like anything in place value, we need our BFF. We need our place value chart. This is a 2-digit number. These are both 2-digit numbers. So I'm going to do a 2-digit place value chart. Here's my tens. Here's my ones. I'm going to put this first number in. So 54. Then Ms. Medina draws a line under any number when I put another number in. Then I'm going to do 73. That way I'm able to distinguish the two different numbers. So when we compare numbers, we're always going to compare numbers in our greatest place value. Now, I know when we're adding or subtracting, we always start in our ones, but when we're comparing numbers, we're always starting in our greatest place value. So we're not looking at the numbers here. We're just looking at the place value. We have tens and we have ones. Now, if I were looking just at this first number as an example, would I want 50 pieces of candy or would I want 4 pieces of candy? Now think, if I had candy, I think I would want the most. So of course, I'm gonna want this 50 pieces of candy. Now, this is just my example for the place value. So looking at this, our greatest place value is our tens place. So right here, I have a 5 and a 7. What do I notice about these two numbers? Now, we can go back to the candy example. Would I rather have 50 pieces of candy or would I rather have 70 pieces of candy? Well, if you're like Ms. Medina and you love candy, I'm going to go with the 70. I want the 70 pieces of candy. Now, when the number is greater, I always circle it. That lets me know that I've already checked that place value and this 73 is greater than 54. Now, when using that symbol, you're probably thinking, Ms. Medina, but we're doing less than. Yes, we're doing less than. This is what's going to help us when we read our number sentence. This right here is a number sentence. So I'm going to do 54. We know that 54 is smaller. Now, remember, the word less is a second grade word, but you might have heard it as smaller. 54 is smaller. 54 is less than 73. Now, let me show you how those dots are going to help. If the number is less than, I put 1 dot close to 54, and then 2 dots closest to the greater number. So now it looks like this. We're not going to connect it all the way to make a triangle. We're just connecting it to make the symbol. Now this says 54 is less than 73. So we're going to move on down to our greater than examples. So I'm going to do the number, let's do 113, my circle for the symbol, and 109. Okay? So what do I need? I need my BFF. I need my place value chart. These numbers have 3 digits. So I need a 3-digit place value chart. Here's my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. The number 113. Draw my line. And the number 109. Now, like I said, when we're comparing numbers, we're always going to compare in our greatest place value. For up here, our greatest place value was 10. But if we're moving down, now we have 3 digits. Our new greatest place value is our hundreds. Now, if you look here, I have a 1 and a 1. Are these numbers greater than or less than each other? Nope, these numbers are the same. They're equal. So what Ms. Medina does when they're equal, Ms. Medina boxes them in. We have to box them in so that we know we already compared them and they're the same. Now, do we say, oh, the number's equal? Nope, we have to go to our next greatest place value. In this case, our next greatest place value is our tens. So I'm going to draw my arrow here so that I know I need to go to my tens. So right here, I have a 1 and a 0. Now, you're probably like, okay, so we're checking this place value. Yes, we're checking this place value. So looking at this 1 and 0, I know that 1 is greater than 0. So I'm going to circle, because remember, if the number is greater, I'm going to circle that 1, and that lets me know that this number is automatically greater. Even though they're equal right here, 113 has more tens than 109. So now we can do our number sentence. 113 is greater than 109. This is where those two dots come in. 113 gets the 2. 109 gets the 1. We connect it. Now, this next one is our equal to. Remember, you can pause at any time so that you can catch up. Our equal to numbers, I'm going to use the numbers 746 and 746. Now, if we're looking at these two numbers, they are 3-digit numbers. So I need my 3-digit place value chart. Hundreds, tens, ones. 746. 746. Now remember, when we compare in our greatest place values. So I'm going to look at my hundreds. Now right here I have a 7 and a 7. These 7s are equal to one another. So when they're equal, remember, I box them in. And I want you to start getting used to this too, because this is going to help you so much. So now those 7s are equal. What do I need to do next? I need to go to my next greatest place value, which is my tens. So now I'm looking at my tens. I have a 4 and a 4. These numbers are the same again. So just because they're the same here doesn't mean the whole number is the same. We have to check it all. So I'm going to box this in because I know that these are equal. And I'm going to go to my next greatest place value, which happens to be my last one, which is my ones. Now I have a 6 and a 6. Okay, these numbers are equal as well. One's not greater, one's not less. So I'm going to box them in. So now that I've boxed it in, I can see, well, they're all boxed in. So that means that the number is equal. So for these, they each get 2 dots. And you connect it. So now this says 746 is equal to 746. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that quick lesson. Now, watch your next video so you can see exactly what you're going to have to do for your assignment. I can't wait to see you guys later. Bye.